3 of the Tyler Brady Austin Invitational for PWC is just about to get underway with some warm-ups. Sabres are taking on the Dodge County blue and white team. Got to find out their name. Just waiting for the ice to be clear and refs to get out. You guys Dodge County? What's your nickname?
Wildcats.
Wow. Oh, I like it. Wildcats. Okay. And where in proximity is Dodge County to here?
A little bit northeast.
Northeast.
About a half hour.
Okay, so like here, between here and Owatonna-ish?
Yeah, just straight east of Owatonna.
Okay, so in between Owatonna and Rochester? Okay. What's the big town? Would it be like, is it Caston?
Yeah.
Is that the big town?
Yeah.
Okay.
Biggest town.
Biggish town? Is there a bigger town in Dodge County?
No.
No? Okay. All right, just checking. All right. Still waiting on the refs, huh? All right, they got the go-ahead from the bench. Kids are getting out there to warm up. 3 minutes on the clock before we start 15-minute periods for game number 3 of the Tyler Brady Austin PWC Invitational here at Riverside Arena in Austin, Minnesota, home of Hormel. This warm-up brought to you by Little Caesars Chaska. It's almost dinner time, so why don't you plan your dinner around pizza? Get it carry-out or delivery by ordering on littlecaesars.com or the Little Caesars app and get you some pizza. Looks like Dodge County will be wearing white with blue accents. Your Sabres wearing black, as we're with a player without jerseys, and they had an old black one, so we're wearing black all weekend as long as we can. All right, just observing some warm-ups. It looks like either the goaltenders don't care to warm up or goaltender with the white pads doesn't go down often. So we got one with white pads, one with black pads. So we'll have to keep an eye on that throughout the game, see who mines the crease and try to pick up on some of their play style. Just 35 seconds left in warm-ups, and we'll get underway with game number 3, period number 1 of the Austin Tyler Brady PWC Invitational. All right, there's the buzzer, and 15 minutes on the clock. Your Sabres going to their corner. Stick tapping in unison. Getting their huddle on before the game starts. Crucial game number 3. This determines what place they play for, as both the Wildcats and the Sabres are 1-1 so far through the tournament. Winner of this game goes to the third place game in the tournament. The loser of this game goes to 5th place and plays at 8 a.m. So high stakes for all individuals involved here, both parents and players. Nobody wants to wake up at 8 a.m. Nobody. And we're underway. Zimmerman at the dot with Chesbo and Johnson. Zimmerman is trying to feed the puck through the ref's feet. He stood firm and just waited until the puck got moved. Johnson picks it up along the near boards, gets it out of the zone. In our pregame show, we heard that Dodge County is just north of here between Owatonna and Rochester. Icing the call at 14:31. Slow pace of the game so far. Both teams played this morning, and so it'll be whoever napped the most during the afternoon probably will come out ahead. That's good. Zimmerman wins that over to Moline. Moline got stopped up at the blue line, but now does get it out by a trailing Zimmerman. Zimmerman hits the red line, dumps it deep. Everyone skates over Hormel, and Dodge County picks it up behind their net and wraps it out to Moline, who's waiting. Little bit of pressure there. Goes D to D and intercepted, and Dodge County 2-0. We got some speed out of this, folks. On his backhand, Johnson with a quality save slides over. Zimmerman takes the puck away. Big centering pass comes all the way out past the blue line, and Dodge County has to regroup. Whoa, big shot by number 12 of the Wildcats. Zimmerman out there on a lengthy shift, hits the red line, and now is going for a change, as are most of the rest of the Sabres. Once again, Wildcats in. Good stick by Stebbins to take away that shot, and Stebbins now sends it right over to Esch. Esch loses it in the legs of a Wildcat, but is able to successfully get it out to neutral ice. And now Esch hits the red line, hits a Wildcat, and loses momentum. Back to Stebbins now. Stebbins reverses course and sends it in backhanded in deep to the zone. Icing waved off. Long centering pass on net, and so Johnson forced to play it. He covers as the rest of the Sabres are deep in the offensive zone. So Wildcats lucky with that hitting the net and not getting an icing. 12:19 remain in the first period. Zimmerman at the faceoff dot wins it over to Moline. Moline trying to advance the puck, gets it knocked off his stick. Here right along the near boards, there's Swartz in the action, as well as Brazier. Brazier walks it off the wall. Wildcat in between him and the puck, so he can't carry it very far. Brazier gets it again, and again, that same Wildcat is in his way. Swartz steps up, sends it right along the near wall. Now back to Brazier. Brazier, again, can't get around these Wildcats. They are positioned well to take away any passing opportunities. Centering opportunity does not connect. And an errant call And Sabres going on a penalty kill as we have a minor penalty being called on the Sabres. Follow the ref to see. Ref is talking to the coaches. It's going to be a penalty kill on the Sabres. Number 97 was laying in the crease, and so I don't know if the refs saw something that they thought he was taken down.
He's so confused. My dad's so confused.
Yeah. Nobody quite understands what the call is for. It appears as though Moline is going to the box. Ref doesn't know what the call is. Moline doesn't know why he's going to the box. Nope, now Swords is going. Did we get a double minor penalty? This is super unfortunate. Nobody seems to know what is going on here, but we have both Swords and Moline into the box. Double minor penalty for something. The ref is trying to determine what that is. I'd love to hear an announcement because there's no possible way that was a double minor unless the bench got a call on that. Anyway, Sabres 3-on-5 for the next 2 full minutes. Dodge County misses, and Flom off to the races. Flom needs to go wide and just gets the stick lost, but we're taking off valuable time. Flom got it deep into the zone and knocking off time. Flom tries to step up and hold it. Flom does, reverses it back the other way. Excellent penalty kill so far for your Sabres, crossing 30 minutes already off the penalty kill. Carried in, poked off, and now Brazier gobbles it up, sends it up, bouncing, and out of the zone. Again, Sabres doing a good job of taking away time on the clock. 3-on-5. Stebbins steps up, gets a stick on it a little bit, and now Brazier with a quality poke right at neutral ice. The Wildcats cannot gain the zone cleanly. And now a missed pass over to the far side. Brazier spins and turns, sets it up. Flom uses the boards and clears the zone once again. Over a minute already gone on this penalty kill. A full 3-on-5 for 2 minutes. And now out of the, held at the zone. Brazier sends it out, and so the Wildcats have to tag up. And Stebbins, doesn't steal it away. Goes in towards the net, and Johnson, first action he sees, a minute 31 into the double minor, or the 5-on-3 call that we still needed an explanation for. 10:01 left in the first period. Excellent penalty kills so far for your Sabres. It's as good as a goal so far. Out to the blue line, big shot on goal wide, and Johnson wants to cover. He's laying down on the ice, but now coming out with it is Zimmerman. Doesn't get it past the blue line. Stebbins steps up, gets it past the blue line. He's going off to the races. 2-on-1 for your Sabres. Down 3-on-5. Shot goal for your Sabres. Stebbins at 9:32. Right as the penalty was expiring, a 3-on-5 shorthanded goal to put your Sabres up 1-0 over this impressive Wildcat team from Dodge County. Puck carrier in for the Wildcats. Gets kind of interrupted and stripped. Now it's loose kind of in the high slot. Shot well wide. Picked up quickly. And now Zimmerman back to clean that up. He feeds Chesbo, who's just ahead of the play. Chesbo has Johnson with him. 2-on-2. Chesbo hits the blue line. Dumps it in. Big bouncer. Johnson tries to center the puck. There are 3 Wildcats right in his vicinity. Puck out to Brazier. Brazier just sends it back down deep. And Chesbo behind the net. Tries to chip it up. Just off the stick of Zimmerman. And now Chesbo sends it out to Moline. Moline pressured, sends it back down deep. And now Dodge County gets it right on the near wall. Chesbo picks it up, marches in, gets nailed down, loses his footing, No harm, no foul. He gets up, and now we have another penalty on your Sabres for tripping. We had possession of it, so Sabres going for tripping, even though Chesbo was down on the ice. Not quite sure what the call was, but Oliver Johnson to the box for 2 minutes, right at 9 minutes left in the first period. And Sabres forced to kill off another 2-minute penalty. But you know what? Last time they were on a penalty kill, they scored. So maybe that's the play. Penalty kill unit is Flom, who wins that back to Brazier. Brazier tries to send it up along the near boards. Flom, big block shot. Does trickle through. Moline plays it backhanded up to the boards. Flom does a little come along pass up. Puck goes all the way down deep. Wildcats forced to regroup behind their net and try to feed out. Hits the back of the Wildcat player. Brazier sends one in. Big leg rebound from the goaltender. Goes to the far corner. Brazier tried to do a little wraparound. Short-handed. Sabres are pressuring and getting some good action. Flom holds the blue line. Sends it back down deep. Wildcats regain control. And now they start marching the other way. Shot just wide. Once again, Sabres with the 1-0 lead with that short-handed 3-on-5 goal by Stebbins just over a minute ago. So Sabres send it down the ice, icing with 58 seconds left on the penalty kill. 7:57 remain, first period. Puck is loose out there. Zimmerman kicks it ahead, goes wide, uses a soft little push forward on his backhand to get it down into the Wildcat zone, at least momentarily. Stebbins strips the puck from the puck carrier, and Zimmerman has to do a hard turn, flips it up right to Chesbo. Chesbo waiting, enters with Zimmerman. Chesbo throws it towards the net. Zimmerman was going to go. He stopped right centering, thinking another forward was about to attack. And now stepped in. Stebbins has to hold. Now he fires in deep. Smart hockey play to not create that whistle and offsides. Coming back is Bernal. Bernal and Stebbins, the two D-men. Bernal goes to the far boards, feeds Chesbo, and with that, we're going to get the penalty expiring. But no, before that, we might have another shorthanded attempt. Zimmerman in, shot wide. And Sabres are able to kill off yet another penalty and are back at full strength. Dodge County marches in and kept wide, and shot goes in. Johnson forced to use the stick to push that wide of the goal, and now the other Johnson, OJ, picks it up and gets it out of the zone, but quickly the Wildcats back into the zone. And Chesbo with a smart stick gets it ahead. He passed the red line. He just dumps it deep. Good play. Sabres are changing at least one of their D. And Johnson from the goal line. Shot and no! That is Chesbo from Johnson at 6:18 to put your Sabres up 2-0. Fresh off his penalty, Johnson feeds it over to the open side where Chesbo's waiting in his office, punches the time clock, gets his work done, and gets a second goal in the back of the net. Flom wins that cleanly back to Moline. Moline up along the far boards to Violet. Violet just dumps it, and Flom goes to work. Goes up and out of play into the Wildcats bench, and so whistle stoppage of play at 6:09. Flom wins it cleanly again. We're over to his left wing, and now he tries to bump it back to Brazier. Brazier has to quickly take a shot. He gets it down deep a little bit. Violet playing along the far boards, able to move it further deep. Esch matching up to a player twice his size. sends it back around. Now Esch in the near corner plays it back to Brazier. Brazier centers to an open Violet on his backhand. Shot towards the net. It's loose. And now Violet quickly to the puck. Gets played out to Moline. Moline on the wrong stick side. Has to just dump it deep because he had too much pressure from the Wildcats. Esch behind the net. Oh, look to center and stuff it. But the Wildcats come out with it. Moline quickly over. Stops their progression and walks in himself. He has to go wide. Moline in and goal for your Sabres! Goal, assist, and assist probably all go to Moline there as he did all of the work to get the Sabres up by 3. Time of that goal, 5:12 for your Sabres. Moline at 5:12 gets the third goal for your Sabres on the scoreboard. Zimmerman at the dot. I looked like tried to win it forward. The Wildcats started to play and enter the zone, and now they interrupt it right at neutral ice. Stebbins forced to step on the other side of the red line and dump it in deep. Swartz over to play the puck on the near boards. Gets up to Stebbins. Stebbins can't quite hold the line, excuse me. And Bernal played it back the other way, but the Wildcats intercept and march in. Stebbins plays the puck, and they just dump it deep. Zimmerman tries to pick it up. He's got a Wildcat all over him, but Zimmerman, if he can stay with the puck, oh, he gets stripped of it. I was going to say he might be off to the races. Oh, smart play by the Wildcats to step around multiple times. Big block by Bernal. And now Stebbins starts marching the other way. He's got 2 D-men in front of him. He's going straight through him. Oh, big shot well high of the net by Stebbins. And now Wildcats just clear it. It's a wobbly puck, so icing will be waved off. Bernal has 1 on him. Smartly plays to the near boards out to safety. And now Wildcats retreat back to their own defensive zone. Wildcats quickly in. Oh, we got a lot of speed here. He in, and Johnson makes the save, and a big clear. Who's that on the ice? That was Zimmerman with a goaltender's best friend helper, clearing that as the puck was laying in the paint with Johnson trying to regroup after a quality save. Stebbins gathers that up. 3:33 left in the first period. Shot in. Wildcats are looking to gain momentum. They've had some quality opportunities here. Zimmerman tried to feed Johnson, but he was just ahead of the pass. Stebbins, backhanded, no-look pass to Zimmerman. Zimmerman walks around the D. We have 4 Wildcats in deep. Chesbo gets knocked down as he tries to just dump it deep. Zimmerman in first. And so is Johnson. Wildcats come out as the Sabres are all deep. And so now we have Brazier and Flom. Flom gets knocked down. Interference call should be called. But no, Flom is down on the ice after a no call. And now he's back up. Brazier sends it up, tipped. And Chesbo just gets hammered from behind as well. Game's going to get out of control if the refs don't start calling it both ways. Both teams taking a little bit of liberty here with some physical play. Pee-wees, that's not allowed. Wildcats in. Johnson not down, and the puck squirts right between his skates. Multiple uncalled things, both directions there in the last minute and a half of the play. Refs need to get the game under control, otherwise someone's probably going to get hurt. (3-1), your Sabres lead the Wildcats. 2:29, the time of that goal. Out of reach for Brazier. Brazier gets it over to Moline. Moline tries to send it up to Violet, and Violet is able to do a little come-along pass, get it out of the zone, forcing the Wildcats to regroup. And Ash steals it away. Ash just dumps it deep, and the Sabres go to work. Tripping call. Sabres on their first power play of the game as the Wildcats touch that up. Trip. Oh, they're calling a hook. That was definitely a trip, but hook's the same thing. That's 2 minutes in the box for the Wildcats, and a power play opportunity for your Sabres. Nope, 2 minutes is a minor penalty normally. Normally at Pee-wee's it's only a minute and a half, but because they're playing a 15-minute period, they're giving them 2 full minutes. Zimmerman got tied up and then got a quality shot off, a little bit wide and high. Johnson spins and tries to just dump it deep near the net, and the Wildcats spin it around. And now out to the point, Bernal able to hold it at least momentarily. Now the Sabres forced to retreat. Johnson sends it to Stebbins. Stebbins over to a waiting Zimmerman, but it instead went on the Wildcat stick. Icing, as the Wildcats used a little bit of English and got that down there too quickly. 1:33 left on the game clock. 1:34 for the penalty or the power play. So Sabres, until they score, will finish this game with the man advantage, or this period with the man advantage. Puck tied up. Now Chesbo throws one on net, and goaltender forced to quickly cover. Made a good save and then had to realize where the rebound went to. That's right. Bernal holds the line, tried to play it up, and now the Wildcats come out. Stebbins forced to retreat quickly. He pushes the player off the puck. Stebbins with that big long reach, first to play the puck. Stebbins gets tied up, and Chesbo plays it up. Oh, tried to feed OJ, who was just ahead. That's Oliver Johnson. And now bouncing puck settled down by Chesbo. Played just softly into the zone, so I think the Wildcats will be able to get that out. No, Johnson able to take that away. He goes to try to pass to Chesbo, but it goes all the way to the near boards. Brazier back out of his reach, and icing with 42.9 seconds remaining. Sabres with an offensive power play opportunity, and looks like 5 fresh skaters. Flom, Esch, and Violet up front with Brazier and Moline back. Flom wins it, had it won. Puck stayed there and couldn't get back to Brazier. And now the Wildcats off to a 2-on-1. Got too deep, and Johnson with a huge save. 2-on-1, a late pass. Good sportsmanship there from the Wildcats as they made a pass over, hoping that our goaltender would commit. But instead, Brody followed it the whole way and made a quality save on a 2-on-0 breakaway. Flom wins it cleanly, right back to Brazier this time as the puck was moving at good speed. Esch now starts marching up the ice. He's got a lot of sneaky speed. Esch gets tripped, and an upcoming power play extension for your Sabres. Esch tried to wrap it around, and now the Wildcats touch it up. So the Sabres will go on a 5-on-3 for 14 seconds. And then we'll start the period on a minute 46 power play as the Wildcats go to the box for tripping. Whistle. Penalty was not yet up on the clock, so second ref blew the whistle dead until they are ready for the clock. There we go. 2 minutes up on the clock for that tripping call. 14 seconds left on the second penalty. Puck comes out to there, and Moline almost got stripped of the puck and offered another breakaway. Esch wanted to do a quick spin. Esch sends it centered. Oh, Flom was there to redirect it, but his stick was lifted. And at the end of one, your Sabres lead the Wildcats 3-1 in a fun and exciting afternoon game here at Riverside Arena in Austin, Minnesota. We'll be back right after this.
This January, Hockey Day Minnesota 2025. A Minnesota tradition, almost 20 years in the making, comes to Shakopee. 4 days of celebrating the state of hockey, all taking place outdoors at Valley Fair in Shakopee. Tickets are on sale now. Visit hockeydaymn.com or scan the QR code to get your tickets.
All right, we're back. We have 27 seconds left on the intermission clock. We got Spam Man, that's Gavin Johnson, on the camera for this second period. So all complaints should go to Gavin the Spam Man Johnson at gmail.com if you have any camera complaints in this second period. Sabres will be going from right to left in this second frame, and they will be on power play for 1:46. Put that back up there. Oh, 1:47 is on the official clock. I thought it was 1:46. I rounded, I guess. Zimmerman at the dot with McCauley and Swartz left and right of him. Zimmerman sent it over towards Swartz and then went and got the puck himself. Stick lift by the Wildcats, and they're able to send it in. Bernal sends it over to Stebbins. Stebbins right up ahead to Zimmerman. 2-on-1 forming. Swartz coming into the play. Zimmerman throws it towards the net, but wide. And the Sabres have to go to work here on the power play. A long shot. This will icing waved off as it was tipped. Wildcats first to touch it. They just send it on net. And now Stebbins, if he can get his momentum going, can get around all of these guys. He just dumps it in and goes to work. He's got a Wildcat about his same size who reached the puck first. Swartz gets in there, gets knocked down, and the Wildcats start coming out with the play. Bernal and Stebbins now back. Player gets around Bernal, and Stebbins gets his big body in the way and takes away that shot opportunity. Chesbo, fresh on the ice, is able to surprise the defenseman and get it out of the zone. Wildcats, good quality pass up past the red line, and now find some open ice to enter the zone. They're shorthanded, and they're having a lot of offensive zone opportunities, so Sabres need to get momentum going and try to get a third goal lead. Oh, Johnson tried to feed Chesbo, but instead got tripped up. And we have a Wildcat down right now. He's up on his knee. Sabres control the puck, and so no whistle yet. He's getting on there. Wildcats goalie makes a good quality glove save, and we still have the player down. So we're going to take a little break here and just leave the camera on off the players. I think he's got a leg issue, lower body injury right now, and he's down. So we'll be back in just a second.
This January, Hockey Day Minnesota 2025, a Minnesota tradition, almost 20 years in the making, comes to Shakopee. 4 days of celebrating the state of hockey, all taking place outdoors at Valley Fair in Shakopee. Tickets are on sale now. Visit hockeydaymn.com or scan the QR code to get your tickets.
All right, we're back. We still have a player down on the ice right now. Something lower body. I don't know if it's a knee or a leg, but we're holding tight right now. Wildcat player being helped up by the coaches. Coach has coach on each side helping him to the bench. Doesn't look like there's a trainer at this tournament, and so coaches are helping him in onto the bench to take care of him. 2 seconds left on the Sabre power play. 13-14 remain in the second period. And face-off will happen deep in the Wildcat zone as the Wildcat goaltender hung on to the puck and got that whistle while his fellow teammate was down. I didn't either. It must have been like just a inadvertent contact or something.
Was it already like someone skates on and then that?
Maybe, yep. Spam man Gavin Johnson, hypothetically trying to figure out what happened here. We didn't quite see what happened. All we saw was the player was down on the ice and was there for a couple minutes. So 2 seconds left on the Sabre power play. Flom wins it back to Moline. Moline tries to settle it down and can't. And now Moline forced to walk in with it. Moline shot, high shot, big rebound. Sabres power play is up, and they're still providing pressure. Chesbo from behind the goal line sends it right out to Johnson on the stick of Flom, and goal for your Sabres. Johnson flipped it right on the stick of Flom, and with that, Sabres go up 4-1 over the Wildcats. That goal by Flom at 12:53 of the second period from Johnson. Flom from Johnson to put the fourth goal up by the Sabres. Set down the length of the ice for icing at 12:36. We'll have a face-off deep in the Sabre zone. Face-off by Zimmerman and controlled. He goes behind the Sabre net and he races trying around. He flips it up and then thought was going to Zimmerman, going to Violet, but instead he races around. He's got a lot of speed. He gets around everybody and crosses through. It's loose underneath the goaltender, and Dodge County Wildcats goaltender sits on it like a golden egg and stops that puck from going in the back of the net. Huge save by that Wildcat goaltender as Zimmerman was cutting straight across the crease, and he had to commit to the play and makes the right choice. Zimmerman loses the faceoff. Dodge County controls behind the goal line. Esch pressured up there, and puck comes strangely off the side wall. But now Wildcats able to get it out of the zone. Brazier uses his frame and protects the puck. And, he tried to get it around, but lands on the stick of Zimmerman. Now deflected and bounces in kind of strange. Wildcats backhand it in. Zimmerman able to hold the line, but the ref says no way. So we'll have a whistle and a neutral zone faceoff for the Wildcats and Sabres at the near dot. Spam man Gavin Johnson on the camera this second frame. Flom at the dot. He's got McCauley and Swartz with him. Flom won it. It didn't go very far back, and he controls and carries in. Gets stripped of the puck as he tried to walk towards the net. McCauley holds the zone, dumps it deep towards the net, bounces off the back wall, and the Sabres go to work. Wildcats try to send it out. Brazier, the baseball player that he is, read that right out of the air and got his stick up and took it off. Brazier on his backhand, shovel passes it to the side of the net, not the back of the net. And now the Wildcats are able to come out. Moline and Flom battle, and the puck trickles out to the neutral zone, and Wildcats go to work, entering the zone, and does step around one. Big shot, and they're calling that a goal? That came out so quickly. That must have hit the upper back bar somehow. Wildcats get the goal at 11:02 in the second period to pull within 2. What a clean snipe shot to the back post that popped straight out so quick. You got that, cameraman, Gavin? What did you do? It is not 9-4. Sorry, we have a delay in game here. Update, boom, there we go. Now let's follow the camera action. And centering opportunity and a huge quick goal by the Wildcats. That's 2 goals in about 15 seconds. The Wildcats have come alive. You got that up there. Sabres 4, Wildcats 3, and Sabres need to slow this play down a little bit and regroup as the Wildcats just surprised the Sabres with 2 goals about 15 seconds apart. Chesbo battling with the puck, and Wildcats now try to come in. They hold the zone right at the Hormel logo. Zimmerman on the puck carrier. Puck goes near the goal, and it bounces off Johnson's leg pad, and now Bernal able to clear the zone, and O.J. Johnson goes to work. Oliver down on his knees as he, I think, lost his footing. Chesbo walks off the near boards and loses the puck. And Sabres are going on a penalty kill. Chesbo going to the box. But first, we have a breakaway and a shot. Johnson makes the save. Sabres need to touch up the puck on this delayed penalty. There they touch it at 10:01. Chesbo going for hooking at 10:01 of the second period. So the puck will stay down there. Spam man. This was not the momentum the Sabres need after giving up 2 quick goals just 15 seconds apart. Now to be forced to kill off a 2-minute minor for hooking at 10:01 in the second period. Flom at the faceoff cleanly wins it strongly back to Brazier. Brazier outskates the Wildcats and along the near boards tries to push it through 2 Wildcats, but not successful. Brazier now digs it off the boards, and with the help of Violet and Flom, they're trying to get it out of the zone. Flom pushing ahead, and Sabres are able to get it out, and now we have a neutral zone faceoff. Good effort, and took 25 seconds off the penalty kill with a neutral ice faceoff. Flom wins that again. Oh, and offsides possibly. Ref said no. So play continues as the Wildcats send it deep into the zone. Behind the net, cleanly cleared out by Moline, but it bounces right at the blue line. And Flom was approaching the defender, trying to block the shot, and he got it through. Now Flom picks it back up on the near boards. Flom chips it up ahead, held at the blue line by the Wildcats. And now Flom and Violet successfully get it out of the zone. And offsides is the call as the Wildcat over by the bench was on the wrong side of the law. 57 seconds left in the penalty kill for your Sabres. Zimmerman Johnson out there up front with Moline and Brazier back at D. Zimmerman wins it straight forward, surprising the D. They go D to D and now enter into the zone. Brazier tried to tie up the puck carrier. He sent it over to the left winger who couldn't get a handle on it. Zimmerman now from behind the net loses the puck as it gets poked off his stick, and a centering attempt would have been huge danger. Big shot in, hits a Wildcat, and now puck trickles loose, and Brazier's able to pick that up along the side of the net, and he sends it up. It's a roller held in the zone by the Wildcats. Almost played with a high stick, but not touched. And backhanded shot, big loose, and Wildcats get a power play goal at 8:24 to tie the game. Wildcats have all the momentum in this second period with 3 goals in just over 2 minutes. Chesbo out of the box, so penalty kill unsuccessful, and the Wildcats tie the game. Well, when they score, the penalty is up. We've served our penalty if they get to score. That's right, spam man Gavin Johnson. All right, we got a tie game and a whole new outlook on this game. Stebbins walks in, And tied up, big shot. Looks like a blocker save, pushed to the corner. Chesbo intercepts, and Bernal unable to hold it, but Stebbins is back to cover, and he tries to dump it up and out, and it does. Weird carom off the glass, and Chesbo dumps it as Zimmerman couldn't stop his momentum, and we have an offsides. Otherwise, that might have been an opportunity for your Sabres. Both teams at full strength. Bernal, took a little second. I think he was trying to get over to Stebbins, but wanted to settle the puck down. Now the Wildcats steal it away. Stebbins can't fully reach those long arms to get it, and over to the near boards where Violet is here to play the puck. Violet tries to chip it up, held at the line by the Wildcats. Flom able to jump it up and down the full length of the ice. The Wildcats stopped skating, so icing should have been waved off. You got to continue skating until the puck crosses the line. But we have an icing at 7:38 and a defensive face-off for the Sabres. Flom won that faceoff, but not cleanly. And now Brazier can't get his full stick on it. Flom down there. Johnson with a quick cover, and we'll take another faceoff at 7:25 in the second period. Flom again wins it, this time much cleaner. Back to Moline. Moline uses the near boards, sends it up to Brazier. Brazier marching on the outside, gets around one, and tries to center. Flom was just 2 steps behind, and so couldn't get his stick on there. He marches over to the far boards, and Wildcats forced to retreat behind their goal. Flom stepped up, forcing a non-clean exit from the Wildcats zone, and Flom intercepts, gets his skate on it, and the Wildcats offsides at 6:52, neutral zone faceoff. Zimmerman with McCauley and Swartz left and right of him. Zimmerman couldn't quite reach it as it got poked from behind by a large Wildcat and a long reach. Now up along, Zimmerman has Swartz to his left. Zimmerman tries to carry in, but that number 12, again with a huge reach, able to bat that puck off of Zimmerman's stick. Swartz behind the net, look to center to McCauley. Now McCauley just puts it right back over to where Swartz is. Centering opportunity, loose out front, puck is still loose. Sabres do not have a stick on it, and now the Wildcats exit the zone with just one defender back. Offsides is the whistle at 6:11 as the right winger was floating well ahead of the blue line. Bernal first to reach the puck. He's got that big number 12 of the Wildcat with the long reach, going to grab him. Flom sends it up to Johnson. Flom goes to Johnson. Johnson trying to march in. He's on his backhand. Looks to center. It's bouncer puck. Chesbo spins. Loose out front. Still loose. And there's a whistle. And Flom gets dumped in the crease. Wildcat goaltender finally was able to get a mitt on it and get the whistle at 5:48. Good quality pressure from Johnson and Chesbo behind and in front of the net. Spam man Gavin Johnson on the camera for this second period, keeping you in focus and on the play. Flom intercepts, holds the zone, gets it up to Chesbo. Chesbo dumps it deep. Puck rolls out of the zone. Stebbins goes to the board side to try to hold it. Wildcats are able to steal it away and march in. Flom gets his stick up on there. Johnson, I think, with a shoulder save, gets that puck to bounce up and high, and Stebbins now going the other way. He's got Johnson with him and Chesbo. Stebbins going wide. Defender down. Stebbins centers. Oh, just through the paint. No one there to redirect. Chesbo picks the puck up in the corner. Can't cleanly get that back centered to Stebbins, who is waiting. Puck out and deflects off a skater, and Flom sends it in before Chesbo can touch up. So offsides at 4:53. Gavin, why don't you go stand in front of the camera really quick? We're calling him Spam Man because look at that hat, folks. Fresh, white, clean, yellow, and baby blue hat representing Austin's brand. Zimmerman spins and just dumps it deep. Violet goes to chase. They play it up off the boards right onto the stick of Zimmerman. Zimmerman shot towards the net. I think deflected wide by the defense of the Wildcats. And now they look to carry out. They do have a cherry picker up ahead. He's offsides and back onsides. Loses the puck as they cross the blue line. And Violet is able to get it out. Zimmerman waiting on the other side and stolen away by the Wildcats, but stolen right back by Zimmerman. Zimmerman pressured, just sends it in towards the net. Wildcat goaltender pushes it aside. And now they dump it back down deep. Violet quickly hustles to try to hold his own. Moline there. Moline walking to the center. Moline shot. And holy moly, save of the game by the Wildcat goaltender. I don't know how legs bend like that, but we're going to call him Gumby. 4:02 left in the second period. Monster save by the Wildcat goaltender there. Oh, my legs are hurting for him. Oof. Zimmerman at the dot with Esch and Violet flanking him right and left. He could be really flexible, Gavin. What are we doing here? Skate untied, so we're going to get a quick late change for one of the Wildcats. There we go, 5-a-side. And back to the point. Bernal sends one in. Bouncer not quite reaching the net as the defense got their stick on there. Bernal intercepts and is able to slow the play down, and Bernal now dumps it back in. Stopped by the Wildcats. They send it all the way down the length of the ice. Icing waved off as it must have been tipped. And now Stebbins, with that, pulls it off the wall. And we have a 3-on-2 forming. Stebbins picking up speed. Stebbins gets hooked. And no call because Stebbins is a big frame that's hard to move. A smaller player probably would have gotten a call on that. Esch holds it, dumps it back down deep, but the Wildcat defense is there, and they know angles and play it out without getting an icing. Bernal gathers the puck, sends it to Violet. Violet gets it out of the zone. He uses his own angles and gets it in deep. Stebbins plays the puck up and out and whistled for offsides at 3:03. I think so, yeah. Where's the camera? Not on the play? There we go. Yep. Flom battles off a one, pulls to the center. Flom shot in. No rebound by Gumby, the Wildcat goaltender, and he covers for 254 and an offensive face-off opportunity for your Sabres. Flom shot on goal from just inside the blue line, and the Wildcat goaltender wanted to cover that up. Flom battles, gets it over to Swartz. Swartz can't hold it deep, and now the Wildcats march out, and we have a breakaway. Big shot, so wide of the net. Johnson just watched it go by. Couldn't even hear it, it was so wide. But that's a big play to give away. Loose puck, and Johnson down and covers. 2:33. Wildcats trying to make something out of a couple of shots there, but Johnson, with eyes on the puck the whole way, takes care of business. Zimmerman wins it over to McCauley. Puck is loose, and now Johnson picks it up, skates around the ref, and 2:26 in the second period remain. Long periods for 15 minutes. Gets it right back to Johnson. Oh, Johnson loses it just as he crosses the blue line. Icing waved off. I'm not sure why on that one. It was not within reach of any Sabre player, but the refs just want to get this game done, I guess. Zimmerman feeds Johnson. Johnson, if he can get around one. Oh, good poke check by the Wildcat defense. Johnson just looks to send it downward. Chesbo and Zimmerman are waiting. And they wrap it around. Moline looks to hold the line, and he's successful. Chesbo joins the party, and puck comes out to neutral ice. Brazier, first to reach the puck, slows it down, spins around. Sabres are good at the line, and Zimmerman able to win that. He's got Chesbo to his right. Wildcats come away with it as they had some speed to the puck. Moline able to play that sent wide. Johnson, I don't think, was ready for that shot to come in, but quickly down and covering the crease. And now Moline feeds it up to Johnson. Johnson has speed if he can get going. Johnson, go, 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 Johnson. He got hooked up, hook, centering, and goal for the Sabres! Johnson, backhanded pass right to Chesbo, who's just about to finish his shift in the office and gets a goal and the go-ahead at 1:05 in the second period. That's Chesbo from Johnson at 1:05 to put the Sabres up 5-4 over these difficult Wildcats. Flom at the faceoff dot, won it back to Stebbins, but again, it didn't get back hard enough, and so Stebbins had to try to get up to get it. Shot towards the net. Great play by Bernal to take away any sort of shot opportunity. Now comes to the near boards, and hustling over is Violet. He's able to get it out of the zone. If he can chip it ahead, he does. Esch is one-on-one. Oh, he outskates the puck. Gets pushed in, and Esch again outskates the puck, gets pushed off the play, and Violet turns it back the other way. Flom centering, plays the puck handler, and now Esch able to get it out of the zone. Oh, Wildcats were right on time. Just 19 seconds left in this middle frame, and Stebbins picks the puck up behind the goal line. Stebbins has Flom in front of him, and if they can get their momentum going, they can have a last-ditch effort. Stebbins gets pushed into the boards. Stebbins got to shoot! Oh, Stebbins looks to center. 1 second, and the puck is just dangling behind the net as Stebbins tried to center to Flom, who was open right in front of the net. After two, folks, it is 5-4 Sabres over the Wildcats with 1 period remaining.
This January, Hockey Day Minnesota 2025, a Minnesota tradition, almost 20 years in the making, comes to Shakopee. 4 days of celebrating the state of hockey, all taking place outdoors at Valley Fair in Shakopee. Tickets are on sale now. Visit hockeydaymn.com or scan the QR code to get your tickets.
All right, we are back with our second intermission. 20 seconds left. Gavin, what do you think about that second period?
Pretty good. I feel like they're getting really excited by their winning, and they should be more aggressive.
How do you think your brother did?
Good.
I think so too. Yeah, we got 3 seconds. Buzzer's about to go, and we're ready for our third and final period of this well-matched up game between the Dodge County Wildcats and your Sabres. 15 minutes on the clock, 1 goal lead for the Sabres, and they will be going from left to right on your television screen. Held in front of the Wildcats bench Looks like Moline did everything he could, but the puck's still able to come out. And now Brazier steps up and tries to enter the zone. He gets tied up quickly by the Wildcats. They're playing some quality hockey, trying to regain a footing here in this third period. Swartz loses the puck. Macaulay tips it up wide, not deep though, and now the Wildcats go wall to wall and do feed it out of the net. And Brazier gets tied up with the player. Now the Wildcats march in. Moline covering the puck carrier and trying to get that away. Body contact, and the Sabres should be going on a penalty or a power play. There's a cross-checking. Should be cross-checking on the Wildcats, but Moline thinks he's the guilty party. So let's see. The Wildcat was down on the ice, and it looks like Moline is the one going to the box. I think the ref's putting him in because the Wildcat was down, but it looked like Moline was the first one to get cross-checked. So penalty kill for the Sabres at 14:08 of this third period. 2 minutes on the clock for Moline, cross-checking. Zimmerman cannot control the puck, and the Wildcats try to send one in, but Stebbins gets his feet in the way. And now puck on to Stebbins' stick. He gets around one Wildcat. Open ice there with the Sabres down a man. And now fed out between Zimmerman and Johnson. Wildcats throw it back in offsides, but Stebbins regains. Stebbins sends it back out, feeding Zimmerman. Zimmerman is tied up. Johnson picks that up as Zimmerman's still tied up. And Johnson in. Screen, steps around on his backhand, shot towards the net. Big rebound cleared out by the Wildcats defense. Bernal needs to get back and keep him on the outside, which he does. Good work by Bernal, and here picked up by OJ. That's Johnson. Gets to the red line, gets around, steps around one. If he can do the same, oh, Wildcats defense swipes that puck over to the corner. Sabres only have, oh, there we go. They were changing. So our D was way deep. Brazier has to wait and hold, and he doesn't wait long enough and throws it in offsides. 53 seconds remaining on the Sabre penalty kill. 13:01 left in the third period. Flom at the dot with Chesbo to his right. Brazier and Bernal back at D. No. Big save by Johnson. Chesbo has to kick the puck up ahead. Chesbo tries to work, reverses the other way, and now puck comes out to Flom. Flom gathers it up, goes a little bit wide, gets it out of the zone. He's got Brazier just ahead. Flom gets just before the blue line, dumps it deep, and Brazier regains position at the blue line. Flom gets tripped up behind the net, and Dodge County going into the box with interference. 4-on-4 hockey for 21 seconds. Then the Sabres go on a power play for 1:39. Time of that penalty, 12:29 of the third period. Interference. So interference on Flom at 12:29 puts it 4-on-4 hockey. Flom wins it off the board, sends it back to Brazier. Brazier has to quickly send it towards Chesbo, but Chesbo couldn't spin around quick enough. And now up ahead to a cherry picker and stripped of it by Brazier. Brazier plays it up and gets it on the stick of Chesbo. Chesbo needs to flip it up and out, which he successfully does. And now he goes to work. And Chesbo gets the stick in there. No arm in the air. That's good. And at the blue line, Flom kicks it up ahead, but not very deep. And Sabres now on the power play as Moline is out of the box. Out to the point, blue line, deflected by two Sabre sticks, and Stebbins just tries to swipe to get it out of the zone. Dodge County able to reverse it and send it back down deep. Power play for 1:05 left. Flom tips it wide, sent in on net, and a huge glove save by Johnson with 1 minute remaining in the power play. Sabres looking to get 4 fresh skaters. Brazier staying out there, giving us Tendy a little bit of knuckles there in support of a quality game. Zimmerman wins it cleanly back to Brazier. Brazier backhands it over to Esch. Esch tried to play it up ahead and threw a Wildcat, but does not get it through. Centering opportunity stolen away by Moline, and now Brazier cleans up a trickling puck right by the crease, sends it out towards Violet. Violet misses that, but it gets out of the zone, and the Wildcats gather it up. Violet pressuring, stepped up, has to get back, and Zimmerman in offsides. 27 seconds left on that offsides for the neutral zone faceoff on the Sabre power play. Zimmerman, Esch, and Violet. Moline at the red line, dumps it deep, and Sabres go to work. Esch in the near corner, chips it back to Brazier. Brazier pinches, loses that game, and now Moline gets it up and out into neutral territory. Violet gets the puck as it comes off the far, near boards. He gets in and dumps it deep. Sabres power play is expired, so 5 aside for both teams. And we have Brazier back 2-on-1 for the Wildcats. Brazier able to get a stick on it. Wildcats forced to send it in towards the net well wide. Violet picks that up. Violet, hard shot out, tapped by the Wildcats, and now Zimmerman looks to pick that up. Violet dumps it deep as the Wildcats are changing. 9:54 remains in the third period. A fan clearing, but Bernal now stepping up and gets it deep into the zone. Good play by Bernal to keep the pressure down on that end of the ice. McCauley looked to center. We have Swords and Flom both fresh on the ice. Flom gets tied up, and the puck goes through his legs. And now held at the line by Bernal. Bernal, awesome play. Stebbins skating backwards, throws a stick behind, and now puck comes dribbling in. Johnson covers, and we get a whistle, 9:14. Thanks for watching Shakopee Hockey streaming on YouTube. Next game tomorrow will be either to be determined based on the outcome of this game. I believe 8 a.m. or 11 or 11:30. So we'll see what happens here, folks, in the final 9 minutes and 6 seconds of this third period. Johnson feeds up to Zimmerman. Dodge County Wildcat, I think, tripped over his feet. Zimmerman was in the area. I was afraid we might get a call there. No call by the refs. Chesbo, look to center and push it out. Stebbins pulls it off the wall, sends it towards the net. Johnson tried to one-timer right in the low slot, and now out to the point. Bernal forced to backhand it. He gets tied up, and Stebbins has to retreat as the Wildcats have a 2-on-1 the other way. Johnson, OJ, picks it up out of nowhere, and he's got Chesbo with him. Johnson has lots of speed if he gets it going. Dekes around one and sends it in. Chesbo dumped and sent down the length of the ice for icing, 8:18. Time of that icing. Offensive face-off opportunity for your Sabres. It's almost dinner time. Order your Little Caesars for carry-out or delivery at littlecaesars.com or Little Caesars app. Pizza, pizza. Flom at the face-off dot, won it over to Violet. And now Dodge County looks to get it out, and they're successful as Brazier was giving up some room to make sure they didn't have a breakaway. Flom battles, can't quite get a stick on there. And now their big number 12 is marching in. Got Johnson to commit and got the tying goal. Time of that tying goal, 7:09. Dodge County with the equalizer. Flom wins it back to his D. Tried to play it up and out, but Dodge County was pressing hard, and up just out of the reach of Esch, but into the offensive zone. Esch gives chase. Dodge County finds open ices and sends it. Moline steps up and is able to get around to one. Moline walking in. If he can get around, Moline in. Shot! Oh, big save by the Wildcat. Moline cleans up his own rebound on his backhand. Spins, gets tied up, and loses the puck, and the Wildcats get it out of the zone. Brazier has to be careful. Brazier loses his footing. Wildcats in offsides. There's the whistle. Whew! Dangerous play there. Brazier got tied up, and we almost gave up another breakaway to that number 12, who just had the equalizing goal less than 50 seconds ago. D-to-D pass, not connected. Zimmerman is able to gather that up. Oh, he gets stripped of the puck. I thought he might have had a chance on a miscue by the Wildcats. Puck comes out the other way. Moline is back. Slow entry and a backhanded shot wide. Johnson was covering the whole net, though. Moline once again, and now out to the point. Wildcats have room, and they send it in, and not deep enough, and now cleaned up by Zimmerman. Sabres could have a 3-on-2. Looks like we'll have a 2-on-2. Zimmerman trying to march straight through, gets stripped of the puck. Brazier goes to the corner, and Swartz is there as well. Brazier looks to just center. Zimmerman was a little bit deep for that centering pass. Coming back the other way again. Wildcats in one-on-one. We've given up a lot of opportunities for the Wildcats to march in. Back to the blue line. Wildcats, good at the line. Step in, shot, kind of screened, but Johnson could see it and covers with his glove. 5:54 left in this game. 5-5. Sabres Wildcats. Quality saves. You can save money with your pizza at Little Caesars Chaska. Shakopee, Sabre Hockey family owned and operated. Pizza. Flom at the dot. Gets kind of tied up. Walked in. Johnson with another huge save. Claps for that. Johnson was ready for it. Out to the D and in. Johnson again does not want any piece of any rebound and covers again. Clock ran off about 5 extra seconds after that. I think everyone's a little bit tense in this rink with this 5-5 tie game between two good battling teams. Shot towards the net wide. Johnson was there, but that you don't like to see that and have it sneak through somehow. Oliver gets up, loses the puck, finally gets it in. Wildcats look to play it off. Flom there comes up, and Stebbins is walking in. Stebbins shot. Oh my goodness, so high. Had the net there, but just too high for any sort of rebound. You want to keep that low so the forwards in front can clean up the trash. Again, slow entry into the zone, looking to kind of throw off our defense. Flom chips it up to Chesbo. Chesbo gets it out of the zone, and the Wildcats have to regroup. Johnson able to redirect that. Now icing upcoming on the Wildcats at 4:47. So we'll have an offensive faceoff upcoming for your Sabres. Most of the Sabres visited the Spam Museum either yesterday or today and had some spamples. That's a sample of spams. Free, fun little museum here in Austin. Violet, shot, goal! Rebound came out to the stick of Violet, and Violet pushed it into the back of the net. Go-ahead goal by the Sabres at 4:40. They are celebrating because that was a big goal. 6 for your Sabres, 5 for the Wildcats. We need to lock this down now and not let the Wildcats get an answer. Zimmerman poked it ahead, tries to do it again. Puck to Ash. Ash moves it up to Zimmerman. Zimmerman's got a little bit of room to skate in. Zimmerman, shot. Big rebound to the side by the save of the Wildcat goaltender. Played up along the boards. Moline tried to hold it, and now up and ahead are the Wildcats. Again, they slow entry. Brazier gets a stick on it, takes away that opportunity. Centering opportunity cleared out by Moline and on the stick of Zimmerman. Zimmerman 2-on-1. He's going wide. Zimmerman around. Loses the puck into the far corner. But we want to keep it on this end of the ice. That's a good objective to have. Out. Brazier picks it up. Sabres good at the line. Brazier steps around. 1-on-1. Brazier shot. Big. Oh, tried to be a glove save. He knocked it down and it went wide. Esch from the far boards, or from the near boards, tried to send it in. Flom lifted, good stick lift, takes away some opportunities. And now upcoming hook on the Sabres. Flom touches it and hooking. Sabres going a man down with a 1-goal lead. 3:28 left in the third period. Hooking on, who's that? Of course it's my kid, Flom, for hooking at 3:28. I don't actually mind that penalty too much. We don't want to give them an opportunity to shoot. So not a horrible penalty, but you'd like to try to lift the stick without getting called for it. So Sabres a man down, already scored shorthanded twice in this game with Zimmerman at the dot. Brazier, Chesbo, and Moline, the 4 on the penalty kill. Out to the point, come along, shot, and cleared out down the length of the ice. Icing upcoming as it crosses the goal line. So 3:15 left in the game. 1:48 left on the Sabre penalty. Whew. I don't know who's tense at home, folks. If you're watching from home, this has been a very fun game. I'd love to play these Dodge County Wildcats again. Equally matched and just good hockey. Zimmerman wins that, collects it himself from the far corner, tries to skate around. He's picking up some speed. He just needs to get it out of the zone and does get it out of the zone. Zimmerman tried to send it hard down, intercepted by the Wildcats. And now they're entering the zone, bobbing and weaving, getting too much room, stripped of the puck, and now backhanded wide. Chesbo there to collect it, sends it up along the boards. Zimmerman has room and should be, oh no, Zimmerman outskates it, still outskates it. Dodge County able to hold the zone. Oh no, Johnson thankfully covers. Kind of a miscue, dirty ice, and that puck did not keep moving and slowed up on Zimmerman to not get it out of the zone. 2:40 left in the third period. 1:13 left on the PK for the Sabres. Johnson, face-off, and cleanly sent down the ice by Brazier. Off the board, so icing is waved off. 2:30 and counting on the game clock. Esch and Johnson in deep. Johnson first to collect it and keeps it deep into the zone. Sabres need to regroup themselves to not give away an opportunity. Moline and Brazier back. Pass over to the left wing, well off mark, and Johnson now has room to cleanly get it out. He needs to get past the red line and then dump it. Oh, he doesn't dump it the first time, but gets a second opportunity. Doesn't get it deep, but does tie up the clock quite a bit. Brazier intercepts, keeps it out of the zone, right here along the near boards, feeds Johnson. Johnson all over everything. He's got a score here, I bet. Shot tied up and just forced to cover by the Dodge County Wildcat goaltender. 22 seconds left on the penalty kill. 1:49 left in this very exciting, fun game. This should be pay-per-view with how good a hockey this is right now. Zimmerman tried to win it back to Stebbins. Stebbins forced to kind of dump it deeper on his backhand. Now does come out, and the Wildcats are marching the other way. Zimmerman down, slows up the entry, and the Wildcats just forced to dump it. Moline first to reach the puck, backhands it to the far boards, where Chesbo will be the next to reach it. Chesbo up and out of the zone, and he feeds Zimmerman. Zimmerman walking in. Zimmerman shot. Big rebound, but the goaltender made it. Save, and Chesbo tried to get a second opportunity. Sabres penalty is up, so they're back at full strength, and the Wildcats back in. Cleared up by Moline. Moline can't quite get it out of the zone. In on gut. Oh, just wide. Stebbins back behind the goal line, trying to muscle, and out front, bouncing puck got directed away, and now Moline has time. Less than a minute remains in this game. Moline looking to get it up over the boards to Zimmerman. Zimmerman on the backhand. Zimmerman gets it out of the zone and down, taking the pressure off. Empty net for the Wildcats, and they have an extra attacker. Flom slows up right at the red line and cleans that up. And now offsides, and nope, the puck never crosses, so Wildcats can't get it through. Now sent down by Chesbo into the offensive zone for the Sabres. Chesbo makes a block. Zimmerman, oh, they have an empty net, and Stebbins backhands it offsides. 18.4 seconds left, neutral zone faceoff. Couple of kids really want to take a shot at that empty net to seal the deal. Wildcats looking to go the other way. 18.4 seconds will determine this game. Ooh. Zimmerman going to take this dot. We have Brazier to his left, Flom to his right. Zimmerman gets tied up and kind of wins it, but the Wildcats take it away. Flom plays it to open ice. Smart play, taking time off the clock. And Flom in there just needs to hold it against the board. Zimmerman, hold it against the board. 3 seconds. He's skating it down. And a monster win for the Wildcats. They are going to pile on top of Brody Johnson. This was a game they needed, and we met an opponent who was a formidable opponent. What an awesome game by both. So we will see the second place pool game opponent tomorrow. Let's give you those details, folks. Sabres will play tomorrow at 11 a.m. at Packer Arena. That's the one we saw on Friday night. That's your final, folks. Shakopee Sabres 6, Dodge County Wildcats 5. Let's hope that the Wildcat number 18, who went down with that lower body injury, is good and recovered and can play tomorrow, as they have another game in the morning. Sabre victory. We're going to celebrate here back at the team room with a team party. Hard-fought battle, well-coached, well played by both teams. We're out for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. from Packer Arena, where the Sabres will face the second place team in Pool B at 11 a.m. Have a great night, folks. Thanks for watching Shakopee Hockey streaming here on YouTube.
This January, Hockey Day Minnesota 2025, a Minnesota tradition, almost 20 years in the making, comes to Shakopee. 4 days of celebrating the state of hockey, all taking place outdoors at Valley Fair in Shakopee. Tickets are on sale now. Visit hockeydaymn.com or scan the QR code to get your tickets.